Yes, hello everyone. My name is Allan Kateregga, aka Dancing Rasta, and I'm here with this man, Clive Chaze, for Pulse Sports, right? And yeah, I'm a midfield player for Saint Eloi Lupopo and with the Uganda Cranes, maybe. and yeah, I'm home. I'm on vacation. And yeah, I'm happy to hear from you, and I hope you're happy to hear from me. I started playing football way back in school, but I remember not my professional stints, but when I started taking football seriously at Uganda Matters High School with a football father of mine, Daniel Ntale. And yeah, it has since been up from there. Yes. Well, I was captain, Sports Club Victoria University. I was a student there myself, and yeah, from there, after we qualified the club to the Uganda Super League, then we were given professional trials, stints outside of the country. Um, there was a whole lot of us. We were kids, very inexperienced, and I ended up at Tusker Football Club. I would say I was very inspired by Coach Daniel, and I've had people inspire me throughout my career, but one guy in particular I always mention, Khalid Aucho. He He's such a great example for me on and off the pitch. We are very close, and we are actually very similar. Also, we are both left-footed, and I think he's more kind than I am. So he's been inspiring me for longer than anybody else.
And who has a sweeter left foot between you and Khalid?
He knows it's me. It's too hard. Well, when you start, it always looks certain, the language. Some people think the food. I haven't had any problem with that, but usually it's the language. Then a bit of weather change, especially in Mozambique, South Africa, because they have seasons there, and then the adopting part, the football part on the pitch. Yeah, there are some challenges outside of it, but those are things you can work on quickly. But adopting to the football style of the majority of players, that can take quite some time. But we managed. We managed. Well, I seem to be enjoying myself more in Congo, but I actually did enjoy more in South Africa. But I must say I have played more football in Congo comfortably. I think I had gathered a bit more experience before I moved to Congo than before I moved to South Africa. Remember when I went to South Africa, I had only been to Kenya and Uganda, but then with Congo, the experience was bigger. So yeah, I learned the dynamics of the game. It's not only on the pitch, but even off the pitch. I learned to actually ask for help. I garnered the confidence to admit when I can't do something. But before that, I thought I could handle anything, even without help. But when you grow into the game, you understand there are some places that you are going to need help, but only if you ask for it. Yes. In my career, well, I recently scored a goal on the continent That was my first, I must admit.
For the club?
Yeah, for the club. Uh, for the club in the continental games. But I enjoyed moving to South Africa. That was a wild dream for me, and being coached by Benny McCarthy. There's so many moments, but the one that stands out the most is that goal I scored for Maritzburg United against Bloemfontein Celtic during that relegation battle we were having, and finally managing to keep the team afloat. Although they are fighting relegation again this time. Well, I think at police it was so individual. I want to say, but it didn't mean so much. We were already in the lead with police. It was 1-0, even when they were dominating. Then managing to seal off the game 1-0. But I remember in that game against Celtic, they were leading. And then I equalized and then later win the game. So it meant a whole lot to me and the whole team. Well, I've made a life for myself. I sleep well, much better than I used to. I own a few things that I'm not going to tell you, and there's quite a lot, but I can assure you, it's not enough. Internationally, I would love to play for Melody Sundowns. I think they have something good going on. I would also love to play for Al Ahly, Club of the Century, Africa's Club of the Century, yeah. And top clubs. Everybody knows which clubs they want.
But those are all African clubs.
Those are all African clubs. I think I am too African, but I would also love to play for Borussia Dortmund. And who else? Maybe Newcastle. I love dancing.
And singing.
I love singing, although I don't have the voice for it. I like to chill with my guy here. I have quite a number of friends that I love chilling with. What else do I like? I don't know, but I love quite a lot of things. My football idol growing up, I think I used to like. I am a big fan of Manchester United, and I used to like the players. I used to like Wayne Rooney. I watched a lot of Cristiano Ronaldo, but my biggest idol was Ronaldo. Yeah, I loved his hair. That's why I actually have mine. And he was strong. He was entertaining. I believe if I had a coach everywhere I went in my country, I would be like him. Yeah. Well, for us who appreciate the game quite differently, we don't believe they've been struggling that much, like you want to put it. We have won some trophies, the Europa League with Jose Mourinho. We have a trophy this season. We have made some finals with Uganda Cranes. And to be sincere, since Alex Ferguson left, we didn't believe we could win anything. But we've tried, and now Ten Hag is on the wheel, and we believe.
Yeah, but until you win the league, it looks like everything else doesn't matter.
Well, Liverpool kept waiting for
30 years.
For
30 years.
Decades.
3 decades.
Yeah, so we shall wait a little bit. I think Ten Hag has something going. Has something good going. The best piece of advice I have received, I have actually been given by a guy we used to play with in Kenya, Robert Omnu. He always told me, you will play. Say, you will play. Football is like that. Everybody plays. You will play. You just have to. He didn't say the rest, but he just says you will play. And then you know you. The only way you are going to play is if you train. You keep yourself ready. You will play. Yeah. Myself? Music. Music. I am always on my headset before the game. Yeah, that's that. Currently, everybody, they just have to wait because they will play. Yeah, everything is involved. There's a lot of things involved. He could have the potential, but he doesn't have the need, or he doesn't feel the need to leave the country. And we all know you can stay here and survive, but if you went out there, you are going to get better, both financially and in your game enterprise. Yeah, so everybody, honestly. But yeah, there are some good players that I can mention, but I wouldn't want to put unnecessary pressure on them. But everybody out there, everyone. I think the best coach that understood me and gave me the platform to express myself is, you know who, Coach Mike. Yeah. I've had some really good partners during my playing career, but I would say Khalid Aucho on the Uganda Cranes team. Godfrey Walusimbi, Jajawal, when you play with him on the line, you have a good time. I've played with Teko Modise. He's a South African legend. I have also played with Yusuf Mulumbu, West Bromwich guy. But the best I would say is Khalid Aucho, because we have a different understanding. Yeah. It's a dare. It's a dare. It's a good dare. We are all daring life. Me moving to Iraq, I dared. Congo itself, I dared. There is war there. South Africa, there is xenophobia, but I dared. During my time in Kenya, there was lots of Al-Shabaab activity. I dared. So it probably is the right node we need to get things going back home. Because the moment CAF decides to give us that, it means we are going to have to sweep our house. You understand? It is a good dare, and if we get it, then maybe it will just show us literally how ready we are or how ready we are not. So it's a good thing. Well, that happened. You all know what happened. Everybody had. Some things were true, some things were not. But yeah, we had a meeting. It was a team thing. Everybody was involved, and we just wanted to make sure we get something out of it. So we agreed, and everything went as we had planned, only for a few people to be victimized. Since I guess since I'm the one who's always smiling, it looked like I was the one who initiated it. But no, I wasn't. I do, of course. I thought I was going to be there this time because I had been speaking to the national team coach, and he told me I would be. He would have called me actually for the games against Tanzania, but he didn't because apparently I had come on as a substitute against Al Akda, in Zambia. And I assured him, I told him I'm going to play all the last game. And I did, and I actually scored. So I was sure this time I'm coming home, but it didn't happen. I keep waiting. I'm grateful. I love that they support me. I love how they support me. And yeah, don't give up on me yet. I am full of surprises. I don't stop giving. I actually had given up on myself at some point, thinking I might end my first cup appearance without a goal, but right there in the very last game, I came through for myself, and yeah, I'm very grateful for the support they have been showing me all this time, and I can assure them it's not over yet.